Hi everybody, Paul here from Hill Country Rings. In a previous video I made what I consider to be the least expensive or cheapest downdraft sanding table that you can make out of it's basically out of a cigar box. So let's make generation 2. How about we make a new version of this, or a better, bigger downdraft sanding table. And shouldn't cost us more than about $20 in material, so let's go in the shop. So what I found for the table, for the top of our downdraft sanding table, is this really cool piece of 16 by 16 steel pegboard from Lowe's. And I think what this is for is you're supposed to hang it on your shop wall like you would with regular old wooden pegboard, and then you can hang stuff on it. But this is metal and it's nice and sturdy. It doesn't flex like the cheap wooden pegboard. So this is going to be the top of our downdraft table, and we're just going to modify it slightly. And then we're just going to use some 1x2 and a piece of thin 2 foot by 2 foot piece of plywood. And then I've also got a connector here, a 2.5 inch connector that I think I got this online from Amazon, but you can get them at Rockler and other places. And this is what will connect to our newer, bigger shop hose. So this is going to be a more beefy downdraft table. So let's get started on it. First thing I'm going to do is kind of make a few little changes to this pegboard. Maybe move or bend these pieces down, these little corner tabs, and get it where it'll fit. And then I'm going to cut the wood and make like a box, and then we're going to put the plywood in the bottom of it and kind of at an angle, so it'll angle down and we'll have a hole in the box for the outlet. This is to connect to our shop vac. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is bend all these little tabs up so that they're flat. They go up and meet this one, and then that way it won't be sticking out. So just kind of bend them up with a pair of vice grips. No big deal. Very easy to do. There we go. Yep, that one on that side. And these two here. Okay, that was easy. Now we're just going to measure the inside here, and this is right at 15, and let's say all at 15 3/4. And this way pretty much is about the same. So we're going to make a box out of wood that is 1x4s and 15 3/4. So that's all we need to do, is just go and measure and then cut that up. This is 3/4. So we're gonna make just a box with 4 butt joints. So it's gonna be 15. Each of 4 pieces will be 15 inches long, and then with that other piece going this way, that'll be the 3/4 inch. So that makes it fairly simple. Let's go ahead and measure this one, and we'll go ahead and start cutting. We got our 4 pieces of wood, and now we're just going to make a box out of them. Oh, first I'm going to go ahead and cut the hole for this for this guy here. So let's go ahead and get that done. Oh, I think I just missed it, but what I did is I just cut this out with the jigsaw, and that's how we're going to fit. I'll have to probably trim down this plastic so it'll be flat on, because it's a little bit too big for this 4 inches. So shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, doing a test fitting, and this is how it's going to fit, this box. And the top's just going to fit. It's just going to sit right up on top of that. It's going to fit right like that. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to drill these and then screw it together after using some wood glue. To pre-drill these holes, so I've already pre-drilled them, but pre-placed the screws. So it'll be really a lot easier to screw together and hold together while I'm doing it. There we go. Alrighty, I'm going to start using some wood glue and glue them together. Wood glue, and then bond it together. Screw it together. I'm probably not going to build too much of this part. This is going to be a pain. Okay. And we're just doing it on all 4 sides. Alright, so it's kind of a box. But we're going to go ahead and measure the inside, and it's 14 1/4. And then we're going to make a piece of plywood that'll fit down like this, like a ramp, to let all those shavings and sanding dust go down into the port. Alright, I cut it the right width, but cut it a little bit too short. So I put this cleat here, and so now that'll fit on that cleat right there. So there we go. So now I'm just going to glue him in. Alright, here is that box, and let the glue dry, and then I actually used some liquid nails to kind of fill in. Actually, I got one little spot right there I need to probably fill that gap. Other than that, it's looking really good. You can see I've kind of really stabilized it with the liquid nails, and got that bottom. It's kind of sloping down toward the exit port. On the bottom, it's just kind of liquid nails as well. So it's kind of rough looking, but hey, it should work. So now let's go and put the top on, and the top, that is the secret weapon right there. And it's this piece that I got from Lowe's, which is a piece of metal pegboard, and it's actually stabilized so you can put it on the wall, hang it on the wall and hang stuff. But it's pretty stiff, so it doesn't need to be stabilized in the middle of this. And actually goes this way because I kind of cut this little piece off right here, so it fit around that. And all I need to do now is just put a couple of screws here, and we'll be done. It'll be nice, nice and stiff, and good size downdraft table. All right, let's plug them in, try them out. So plug the shop vac hose into them, right there. Turn them on. I'll do more hand sanding, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so here's that budget downdraft table. If you got some wood laying around your shop, it probably cost you about $15, $5 for the fitting, and then about $10 for this piece of the metal pegboard. That's kind of the secret ingredient of this table. As you can see, I'm not really much of a carpenter, but hey, it's working. And actually did work pretty good. In the smoke test, you could see how it was actually pulling the smoke down, and that's what I'm trying to do, is just pull the small particles out of the air when I'm sanding so they don't get in my lungs. And that's probably the best thing about a downdraft table. So I'm not really making or selling these, but you probably should make one for your shop if you're doing any woodworking. But what I do is custom rings. If you would like a ring made from the deck of a battleship, from M1 Grand wood, Major League Baseball bat, check out hillcountryrings.com, and I'd love to make a ring for you. Thanks, everybody.